So it took me about 30 minutes all in all, and I was able to earn over $5,000 in booking revenue for me through Airbnb. Okay. And in my previous video, I talked about how I got into Airbnb and how I earned over $30,000 a month by working 20 minutes a day. So today, the daily task of just managing my Airbnb business that requires for me to be on my smartphone and respond to guests and respond to communications. And there's one person who I won't say her name here. She actually messaged me, and this conversation, and I just want to give you some backstory on this and how I earned $5,000 in literally 30 minutes, and maybe how you can do this yourself down the line with Airbnb and just turning apartments into cash, which is a great way to earn passive income and destroy your 9 to 5 job. By the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is ASM Al-Mamun. Been doing Airbnb and affiliate marketing over the past 10 years, and we easily earn over $250,000 every single month through each of those businesses. And not every single month, every single year. So it's pretty cool, especially the past few years. Anyways, so this person, so consider subscribing and liking and commenting your thoughts. I like to get to know people and talk to you guys. So this person actually messaged me and asked me yesterday, not even, this was today, they just requested to book. They didn't even say anything. That's hilarious. Can I show you this? I know I'm going to show it to you. I don't care. Okay, you see over there is like, this is her just requesting to book, and it's just a dot. So she just put a dot there, and basically what you can do is you can set something known as instant booking. So somebody comes into your listing, kind of like Craigslist or Zillow. You look for apartments, and then if you want something, you have to reach out to the agent. In this Airbnb, if you go ahead and you like something, you can just book it right away. Okay, you don't even have to talk to them. Now, because this is booking of, she wanted to book from July 10th to October 10th, which is crazy, right? That's a lot of days, right? And I didn't want to commit to that for her 92 nights. And I realized my pricing was off, so I was going to get paid less. So I didn't want to do that. So I actually declined her offer. It was going to be $14,000 for 92 days, 3 months. And I don't want to do that actually, because I had some different plans for this property. So whatever, I said I can host you for 1 month if you'd like. She said I need it until October and then she said for the month is fine. So do I do the booking again? I said yes. And then we got into a negotiation. Okay, so she didn't respond for some time, right? I said yes, do the booking again. She didn't respond. So what I said was, I followed up and I said, are you booking? She said no, because it's more expensive. Because after I realized my pricing was off, I went ahead and changed the pricing because I want to make sure I'm getting the most amount of money possible so I can earn some good profits. So she said no, because it's more expensive. I said, okay, what's your budget? I'll talk to them to see if we could do something. So this is how I like to have a conversation to, disarm the person and say, hey, I'll talk to them, meaning, I'll talk to my team, see, if we can do something for you, basically. And so she said $5,000. I said, let me see. Then I said, can you go a little higher so I could convince them better? What's the best you can do? She said 5,300. I said, can you do 5,800? She said 5,500. That's the negotiation going back and forth, right? It's all literally text messages, and you're not texting and talking about, oh, can I get 7-piece McNuggets? No, that's not what you're doing. You're saying, hey, you want to pay me $5,800, and the other person is talking $5,500. You're talking. This is not necessarily big money, but it's bigger money than what most people are used to. So I said, okay, let's do it. What time do you expect to check in? Blah, blah, blah. And then can you adjust the dates and whatever? And I sent her a special offer, and then she went ahead and booked. So let me show you here. So July 10th to August 9th. Okay. Can't show you everything there, so I'm going to have to kind of cover it. How do I do this? Maybe I can show it. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, there you go. I can do this. All right. So I don't like editing my videos, as you know. So as you can see, that's $5,300. That's how I earned, literally off of a 30-minute conversation. Okay. So she's coming from Miami, whatever. She's staying here for 30 nights. And she my payout is $5,300. Airbnb, they're making some money on top of that. So Airbnb is collecting like 6,000, and they're paying me 5,300, something like that. So what's the benefit of this, right, for you now? So just to give you an idea, my cost for this particular apartment is $3,200, right? 32 no, $3,100, 3,150. That's my cost for this apartment, and I just made $5,300 in 30 minutes, and I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the month. So how much is that? That's $2,200 profit, right? That's literally right there. And generally, I'd make more from this property, but this month, I had to do something different. I'm not gonna get into it, so that's what happened. So now, how do you do this yourself? Listen, this is called Airbnb rental arbitrage. What I did is I went ahead and I took advantage of an apartment that was ready to be rented to tenants. And instead of the landlord giving it to tenants and being at risk of them not paying him rent on time, or being at risk of them not taking care of the property well, or headaches and all these kind of things, and him having to always come and fix problems, instead he knows it's smarter, because especially the way that I presented it, he knows it's smarter to go ahead and give it to someone like me or you, who is going to take care of the property, who is going to have it cleaned regularly, who's going to have high level people in there who barely spend time in there, who barely cook, and most of the time they're outside because they're tourists, okay, or business people who are really not in there cooking and living. They're there for a purpose, which is to travel or for business. And so it's a no-brainer for a landlord. And the last card that I like to pull when I'm in this kind of negotiation is I'll say, hey, I'll pay you a little bit more, not too much, but I'll pay you a little bit more because I'm running this as a business and I want you to be happy as well. That's the last card I like to pull, but you don't need to do that. In fact, you could even get an apartment and get like a 1 month grace period where you don't have to pay the rent, just so you can set up the property for the long run, and you can make deals like that as well. It's all about negotiation. It's all about deals. So the way to get it into making money with Airbnb is, number one is you need a place to rent. That's number one. You need a place to rent. Now that could be a spare room, that could be an apartment, right? If you own a house, that could be even a garage, it could be a guest house, or it could even be your sofa. That's how Airbnb started. It was literally a sofa and airbeds. Actually, it was airbeds that they rented out because people were coming to see, I think, a baseball game or whatever, or some concert. And that's how they started. And that tradition still kind of lives on today. So if you have a spare room, you can rent it out, earn money like that. If you have a sofa and it's just there, and you're okay with that, you can rent that out. If you have a garage, you can kind of pimp it out and you can make some good money with that. And I love those kind of projects. If you have a guest house, that's the simplest way to make money. Or if you have an apartment that, if you're a landlord, instead of renting out to tenants, this is like so much better. You could make 2-3 times the rent that you would make, and less headaches. It's a no-brainer. Okay. And on top of that, if you don't have any of that, then all you do is you go ahead and get an apartment as if you were going to rent it, right? So the normal process, how you would, if you needed an apartment, if you're someone who's renting right now, how did you get this apartment? You would just do the same thing, but do it for the purpose of putting it up on Airbnb. The only difference is you have to furnish the property, and which is an important step. When you furnish the property, if you do it subpar, then you're going to make the mistake that I did when I first started, because I kind of did it subpar just to, I'm just going to put whatever, and I was only able to charge about $150 a night. Because I've learned throughout the process, and through a lot of help as well, I've learned that, okay, we can amplify this, make it look better. And now for the same type of property, we're charging $450 a night. And that's what I suggest for you to do, is spend time for that furnishing. It doesn't have to be expensive. You just have to do it. Okay. And so, that's things like beds, bed sheets, sofas, TV, coffee table, nightstands, the basic things for someone to, it's kind of like a hotel, right? A nice little experience, and you just set it up. And now you may be, okay, so that's the property part, right? You get a property the same way you would get a property if you were to rent for yourself. The next thing is, well, I don't have money, ASM. I don't have money. How am I going to do this? Okay, listen, If you don't have a job, then you need to go get a job. That's the first thing you need to do. Okay. If you're not a born hustler, if you don't have hustle in you, then you're gonna need a job, because you're not going to be able to do this if you don't have hustle in you. If you have hustle and you don't have money, you can make this happen. But if you don't have hustle and you don't have a job, then it's going to be very unlikely for you to make this happen. This is the truth. This is what I have seen. Okay? Because if you have hustle, you can make deals with people because you're hungry, and you'll make it happen. But if you don't have the hustle, you'll always stop yourself. Okay? So let's say you have a 9 to 5 job, then or you have good credit. What you can do, you can apply for business funding at 0% interest for like 12 months, and now you can use that card that has a limit of, like, you can get it for like 50,000, 150,000. Now you go ahead, you pay for the apartment, you pay for the furniture, and literally within 3 months, you not only have you broken even, but you started to profit in 3 or 4 months, right? And that's something that's unheard of in real estate. If you were to put down a mortgage and put down a down payment on a house and get a mortgage, it would take you years to get your down payment back. But with this kind of business, it just takes months to get your investment back, and you're earning profits every single month, and it's less headache, and it's just amazing. And once you set it up, it takes about 2 weeks to set up. Once you have everything set up, about 20 minutes to just manage it from your phone from anywhere in the world. And once you have something going and a property earning you $5,000 a month, you get a second property or whatever, or even a property making you $10,000 a month, you can start to replace your income. When you start to replace your income, you quit your 9 to 5. When you quit your 9 to 5, now you can use all that time to go ahead and grow even bigger, or do whatever else you wanted to do, right? Maybe you like baking pies or something. I don't know. Maybe you like making some cruel joke, or you invite everybody for dinner and you say, hey, I'm going to give you pie, and you say this is apple pie, and instead it's pumpkin pie, and you have a joke at that, and you think that's funny. It's not funny. All right, if you invite someone for apple pie, you better give them apple pie. I'm just joking around. I'm underslept, that's why I'm just kind of going crazy. Anyways, so that's what you need to do. Okay, if you want to get into Airbnb, you need a property. Furnish the property. Once you furnish it, you're gonna list the property on Airbnb, with the proper, SEO, right? It's very simple, but you just gotta know how to do it. It's the simple stuff, right? How many beds are there, how many rooms are there, the proper title, proper description, nice pictures. After you do that, then you link your bank account, which is kind of step 4. And step 5 is very simple. It was just communicate with the guests, just like I did today, and collect the money. And so this person just booked, they just checked in. I just sent them check-in instructions. They just checked in, and tomorrow at, I think they send out like 1 p.m. or 2 a.m. right after lunch, that's when they're gonna send out a payment on PayPal. Okay, so of that $5,300, which is amazing, right? So that's something that anybody can get into, right? If you have the hustle, or if you really want to break through and escape your 9 to 5 and stop being a slave, a clog to the wheel. Listen, we all have so much genius in us. We all have so much potential in us, but we never see potential because we're stuck in our 9 to 5 job. Isn't it funny how we work 9 to 5, right? And we look forward. We like everybody who works a 9 to 5. They feel like their life is outside their 9 to 5, yet their whole life is consumed by their 9 to 5. So isn't it time that you escape your 9 to 5? Come on, let's stop wasting time. If you want, like I said in my previous video, I'm really trying to work with select people, maybe 10 people. I want to create success stories. I want to help you guys succeed. I want to help you get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month within 60 days with Airbnb business, 20 minutes a day. Once you set it up, I want to help 10 people have success stories before I, open it up for the masses. So, and I'm going to be working with you closely one-on-one. So this is something that I won't be doing, as we, down the line, because I won't have time for that as well. I just want to do this now for the success stories. So if you're interested, listen, you can't be some guy who, you have no money, or because unless you have crazy hustle, then you're gonna be resourceful and you'll find the money, right? So you're gonna need some kind of money. You're gonna need some kind of credit, all right? Either you have the money. Listen, I didn't have money, but I went ahead and got people to invest in the business. Okay, I said, hey guys, it's a great opportunity to invest in the business. So I don't have to, even to this day, I don't have to put money in the deal because I see an opportunity and I present it to the people and say, hey, this is a great opportunity. This, would you like to invest? This is how much we would like, and this is how much we can offer you, what percentage we can offer you in return. Whatever it is, you make a deal, right? In the beginning, if you have no money, you find somebody who you know has money. You say, I'm going to put it up on Airbnb. I'm going to do everything. You don't have to do anything at all, and you get 30%, I'll get 70%. Or maybe if it's your first deal or whatever and they don't really trust you, or you don't have that track record of success, everything you touch turns into gold, then you need to, make it easy for them. So I don't know. You'll be able to tell based on your relationship if you can go for, hey, I'll give you 30%, I keep 70% because I have to do all the work. You just got to put in the initial investment. Or you can say, hey, we'll go 50-50 for the first year. Whatever, you kind of structure the deal. Obviously, you negotiate where it's a win-win, but obviously you want to make sure you win as well, right? Because you need to make profit. But you definitely want to make sure he wins, who's investing, because he needs to get a return of his money so that he feels happy, so that he'll continue to invest with you. Because once you have an investor, make sure you make them happy and keep them happy so that whenever you need them again, you can go ahead and call upon them, and it's a great relationship. This is just the nature of business. It's just the nature of doing things, business. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Listen, guys, 30 minutes, $5,300. I don't have to do anything for that. At least for that property, I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna set up stuff for down the line. That property that made $5,300 in 30 minutes, starting next month, I'll share with you guys. It's gonna go ahead, and that property alone is gonna print at least $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Okay, and I told you my rent is $3,200. Think about that. Pretty cool. Okay, so go ahead. I'll put my Instagram link down below. Go ahead and send me a message or hit me a follow on Instagram. Right now, I'm not really posting on Instagram because I have a specific goal. I'll tell you guys about that later. Once I hit that goal, then you'll see me way more active on Instagram, just inspiring, sharing everything, and doing a lot of things. But right now, go ahead and hit me a follow and send me a message if you're interested in the one-on-one mentorship, and I'd love to help you have a successful breakthrough as well. And I'd love to hear your testimonial and interview how you did it as well. Peace. Yeah, I forgot to say my tagline. Usually I say my tagline, but I'm underslept, like I said, and so I kind of forgot. Always stay in attack mode. Peace.